Good morning, family. Welcome to today's Lessons for Life. Today's Friday, November 6, 2009, and today we're reading in the last chapter of 2 Chronicles Chapter 36. And as always, I encourage you to read these chapters too for yourself. See what you get from the email us. We'll put it on the blog. But we're slowly making our way through the Old Testament. We're in the last chapter, and the lesson actually we see as this chapter comes to a close, really the words of the prophet Jeremiah, which he had spoken before, really coming to pass, where those in Judah, the children of Israel, Jerusalem, really the final downfall of them, or just the end result of their disobedience to the Lord. And what I was just thinking about, because you hear about different things, about different people that came and had these last few kings that we talk about in this chapter. But what I thought about as I was reading this chapter was just because of the disobedience that they've been going through really throughout, that we've been seeing on again, off again, whatever, being disobedient with what the Lord wants them to do, or has told them to do. The end result was, through them being disobedient to what the Lord told them to do, now they are subject to, whether it's the Egyptians that came and took over them, and then we have those in Babylon came and took over them. So they still ended up being subject to somebody, and that was the end result. So even though you think that you want to have freedom, you want to be on your own and do certain things on your own, and a lot of people think that quote-unquote religion, or I don't want to really say religion, but serving the Lord, there's a lot of restrictions, or there's different things that it doesn't allow them the freedom to do. But you see, as we see in this chapter, because of them not following what the Lord has told them to do, now they have to be subject unto those in Babylon, or they were killed. So you're still going to be subject unto something. That's going to be the result if you're not obedient to the Lord. So I'd rather follow the Lord and live a happy, successful, prosperous life by being obedient to the Lord, as opposed to being disobedient and still being subject. Because if you think about it, the people, even in this day and age, are subject to so many different things because they have stepped outside of even the covenant they have from being obedient to the Lord. So that's what I thought about as I was reading this chapter, and even how it relates to even today, how many people think I don't want to be obedient and do what I need to do according to what maybe God wants me to do this day. So now they actually end up being subject to so many different things, whether it's their job, or whether it's a lot of different things that people are subject to, and they actually don't even realize that they're subject to, things that control their lives. But that's what I thought about as I was reading this chapter, just that the children of Israel, those in Judah, really didn't get away with having freedom, but they just wasn't obeying the Lord. Now they have to suffer the consequences, so they're still subject, and many of them even lost their lives too. So that's what I wanted to share as I was reading this chapter. Just a lesson that we get from that. It's really better for us just to be obedient to what the Lord wants us to do, and that's it. It's kind of as simple as that. So with that, create yourself a wonderfully blessed day today, and we'll talk again tomorrow.